let's roll the segue first.
Let's do it. Yeah, it's day in Rocktober.
Where's my segue? There it is.
We didn't include St. Louis in our Rocktober cities, but it's very important to include Chuck Berry.
Okay.
Who is from St. Louis.
Haiku. I'll write you
St.
like
Louis.
4 haikus for all the things you talk about this whole section.
We're going to talk about Chuck Berry, 1952, an unknown. I guess I could, I don't know why my fonts aren't automatically this big, but we'll make them bigger. Okay, pianist Johnny Johnson, on this day in 1952, hired Chuck Berry to be his guitar player, and basically that was one of your key events in rock and roll. Berry kept his, while playing evening gigs in the St. Louis area, Berry kept his day job as a hairdresser for the next 3 years. So Chuck Berry, that's why he always had great hair. 1962, the Monster Mash ruled the airwaves. Yes, become the most popular Halloween song of all time. They did the mash. Bobby Boris Pickett. They don't even give him the props for recording it. Thanks a lot. 1963, Jerry and the Pacemakers, who hold the title of being the other band from Liverpool. They ruled the UK singles charts with "You'll Never Walk Alone," which is really held up for Liverpool because that's what their football fans sing after every game. The song remains perennially, and I just said that. The song remains perennially at number 1 in Anfield, the home ground for Liverpool Football Club. The Beatles returned to London in 1963, that same day that Jerry and the Pacemakers was knocking them off the charts. Returned to London for Sweden and greeted by hundreds of screaming fans and mob of photographers and journalists. Ed Sullivan was at Heathrow as the Beatles arrived and was struck with the sight of Beatlemania in full swing. He decided to lock into getting his group and appear on his television program. 1964, also a year later on this day, the Supremes started a 4-week number 1 in the U.S. singles charts with Baby Love. Baby Love, my baby love. We love Motown. Are starting to hit the charts. The group's second of 5 consecutive U.S. number 1s, making them the first Motown act with 2 number 1 hits. 1967, Iggy and the Stooges. You want to talk the beginning of punk rock? We're going to talk about Iggy and the Stooges, and we left them out when we were talking about Michigan and Detroit. Iggy and the Stooges made their live debut. They played at a Halloween party in Michigan. During this early period, the Stooges were originally billed as the Psychedelic Stooges and had a very different sound from the way they eventually developed. It was much more than avant-garde and experimental, with pop incorporating such household objects as a vacuum cleaner and a blender into intense walls of feedback that one observer described as sounding like an airplane was landing in the room. Yay! Led Zeppelin 3 started a 4-week run at number 1 in the U.S. album charts in 1970. 1974, Led Zeppelin held a UK launch for its next record, Swan Song, in Kent, England. That's nice. 1975, Queen released 50 years ago. Released Bohemian Rhapsody. It was written by Freddie Mercury.
I saw this on my culture news.
Album.
It was like, let's celebrate 50, 5 different covers of Bohemian Rhapsody for its 50th anniversary. I'm like, I'm not going to read a list. We did that yesterday. I'm not going to read another list.
Speaking of songs that don't need a cover, stop covering this song. Anyway,
karaoke song.
We
won the Applebee's karaoke prize.
You can cover "Don't Stop Believing" or something like that all you want, but don't. I mean, let's do a cover of what's the other one? "Stairway to Heaven," right? Now the best cover of Bohemian Rhapsody actually is the one at the Green Day concert. Have you seen that one? Which I guess they do it at every Green Day concert because the music that's playing before the band comes on and everybody's singing along with it. That's a great video of it anyway. There might probably several. Anyway, there's 1988, Soundgarden issued their full-length debut album, Ultra Mega OK, on SST Records. Soundgarden was in them. We're only going to sign with an indie label. We're Seattle, damn it. We're not these corporate bastards. 1990, one more thing. This is very strange little incident that I have never heard of. But during a gig in Seattle, Billy Idol dumped 600 dead fish in Faith No More's dressing room. Good place to look for fish. They responded by walking on stage naked during Idol's set. The Los Angeles Times reported when the payback came, Idol grinned widely as the naked men cavorted on stage in a conga line wearing only masks or t-shirts over their heads. So I guess they were having good fun. Halloween prank. Gotta love it. Gotta love it, man. Non-violent protest. I think you guys stink. Here's some fish. Anyway, there's 1994, Jimmy Page and Robert Plant released their live album No Quarter, Jimmy Page and Robert Plant, unleaded. It features a mix of new songs, Led Zeppelin classics. Of course, you're not Led Zeppelin with John Bonham. Don't even pretend you are. It's over. Once you lost John Bonham, you could call yourself Squeaky in the Squeak Tones, and nobody would care because it's not Led Zeppelin. Pretend. Anyway, there's your stories of Rocktober. Let's do National Day, or this day in history. That I've dragged this out way too far. It is a news dump after all. Of course. That's our last October. That's our last Rocktober.
Woohoo! End of Rocktober.